Hi everyone, my name is Michelle and I work on the employer team here at Handshake. Today we'll be reviewing the Schools tab and be discussing how to curate a list of schools in Handshake. To start, we'll navigate to the gray bar and click on Schools. There are 4 tabs within the School Network Management section of Handshake. The first one is Favorites. When you first set up your Handshake account, the Favorites tab will be blank. This is where you'll add the schools that you as a recruiter recruit from. This will probably look different from the full list of schools that your employer is approved at. We'll walk through the differences in a second. When you click on your employer's schools, this will show you the full list of schools that are approved at your said employer. You can look at this as kind of like the central bucket that everyone will pull schools from. Since these are already approved at your employer, you can add them to your favorites list at any time. Your favorites list will be unique to your account. You can add as many schools in here as you'd like, but remember, you always will have access to the full list of your employer's schools, and so the favorites list is meant to be unique to you, and most likely it will be smaller than the employer's schools full list or full bucket. In this case, for this example, this employer has 289 schools in their full list. As a recruiter, I could go through and add any of these schools to my favorites at any time, and it will automatically move over to that list. There are over 800 schools on the Handshake network today, and that number continues to go up every single day. So at any time, you can click on More Schools on Handshake, and you can go through and search for new schools to request. As you can see, some of these schools have already been requested and are in a pending state. And so if you want to look at only net new schools, you can shift the approval status to not yet requested. Now we can see all of these schools we have not sent a request to at this point. If we want to send a request, we can click on the request button. A warning button will show that tells us we are about to send an approval. And if this all looks good, we'll go ahead and click request. You can see the state of this school now shifts to pending. Once you send a request, it goes to that school, and it can take between 3 and 5 days for them to approve your request. So definitely be aware that you'll need to do this in advance of any recruiting at that school. We have listed as well the date that the school joined Handshake. This is useful if you're ever doing alumni recruiting on Handshake. You'll want to make sure your school joined a couple of years ago at least, so that the alumni network is stronger than anyone who joined, say, in late 2018 or in 2019. When you're looking for more schools on Handshake, there are a few tools you can use in the filter bar. For example, you could filter by location. So partners of ours will often use this to filter on a city or a state. You could also just look at the state if you wanted, say, all the schools in Texas. This is a premium filter, but you could look at by like specific MSI colleges. Maybe you wanted to focus on your women recruiting efforts. You can also search by ranking, size, or region. Last, we'll go into School Explorer. School Explorer is the newest tool that we've just released on Handshake. This tool is meant to make college recruiting decisions more efficient for your team. It's essentially a tool that allows you to create unique searches to find the exact students you're looking for and then add their schools. So there are 4 key things we'll go through when we talk about School Explorer. First will be to find colleges with your ideal talent population with our advanced search functionality. 2 will be to build segments targeting students and alumni at those unique schools. 3rd, we'll drive those segments to events or encourage them to apply to your jobs with campaigns. And 4th will be to determine the ROI of those campaigns to determine how you allocate your future budget. So to start, we'll go through the advanced search functionality. You can see we can do a keyword search here. So this could be something arbitrary that you'd want to look for, but we have a list of different filters you can use in this tool. So maybe we want to focus on students who want to live in Austin, Texas after they graduate. And maybe on top of that, we want to filter on computer science majors. And last, maybe we want to add a skill here. Maybe C++ is really important for us. What we have now is a list of the top schools that have students that want to live in Austin, who are majoring in computer science, and who have listed C++ as a school that they have, as a skill that they have. In this case, we could already be approved at some of these schools, so we will want to exclude them from anyone already in favorites and exclude any of the schools we're already approved at. Now we have a more relevant list of the schools that we'll need to connect with in order to recruit their students. We will also have a list of how many students at this school match the profile that we are looking for. If all looks good, we can go ahead and request these schools and add them to our favorites list. That's all we have today. Thanks for watching.